What's happening, everybody, and welcome back to Streamcast, the show on the internet. We watch the latest and greatest stuff on streaming services with you guys. I'm one of your hosts, Eddie, along with my bro, the inverted gamer himself, Sheps. Bro, how are you doing on this fine day?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
It's a fine day, sir.
It is actually one of the few days where it's actually sunny outside and we're stuck inside.
In the UK, right? Here we go. Bro, we're here today to discuss the final part of the Moon Knight Season 1 Disney Plus series.
Yeah.
It's all come to an end. It's all come down to this. Thank you for joining us for so long, so many weeks on this this episode. Next Streamcast you see will be Kenobi. Oh, set that up right now so you guys.
I was going to say, yeah, it's probably, what's that, 3 weeks?
3 weeks away. The first one's going to be on a Saturday, on a Friday, sorry. So we're going to have to record on the weekend to get that one.
But we'll get it to you.
Very excited for that one.
Yeah.
But bro, give me your off-the-top impressions, how you felt about this last episode, and then at the end of the podcast, we'll talk about our impressions of the whole season and rankings a bit with all of the other stuff that we've watched. How did you feel about this episode?
It's so frustrating because the last episode was so good. So I was going to say this is one of the better episodes. That's because most of them were fairly mid.
Yes.
So, like, it's middle of this pack, but it's one of the better ones of what we've got. Not a very good way to end a show.
I felt like it was very rushed.
I agree with you.
There's a lot that happens in this, and we don't get enough time to savor it. We don't have enough time to make things matter, to mean anything.
Fully agreed.
Things that could have been great are just like sort
amazing
of
reveals and stuff, which kind of, I guess, I definitely feel like we could have lost an episode in the middle, like anywhere from episode 2 to 2, 3, or 4. Any of those, pretty much. Let's say 2 and 3. We could have just cut them, done one episode faster, and had another episode for this finale, and we would have been way better for pacing, and the reveals would have mattered. I also feel like they did a DC, which DC always shoot their loads so early when they're movies, and like they fight the big bad. First Superman hero movie, sorry, you're fighting Zod.
Yeah.
You know, freaking Aquaman, he becomes Aquaman immediately. Yeah. You know, like it's very rare that they actually set up a good movie. Freaking Wonder Woman, she fought Ares and defeated him in the first movie. Like, I feel like they kind of did that with this. With Armit.
They revealed Armit and then destroyed Armit all in one go.
Yeah,
and this
was 6 episodes.
And this was and they were like, Armit is this bit. Her plan is to like just destroy everybody, the whole of life on Earth. And it's like, whoa, this big deal.
Yeah.
Armit's released and destroyed all in the space of an hour.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it builds. There's this massive build up, and then it just stops. It doesn't even peter out. It just stops.
Yeah.
And then, like, Harrow gets all this power, and then is defeated, or isn't he? But he is. Like, it's just.
I like some good stuff in here.
There was some really good stuff in it.
Good fighting. I love the piece that Steven and Mark had in the end, where they're like in harmony together and they're
switching between Moon Knight and Mr. Knight was very cool. I actually really enjoyed seeing that.
Yeah, and why when prior they were not really aware of each other's time when they're together.
Yeah.
Now they're very much aware of what's going on with each one. They can have a conversation back and forth.
That meme's been going around on Twitter where it's like, this looks weird. Mark, you seeing this? Yeah, I'm seeing it, Khonshu. You seeing it, Stephen? Yeah, I'm seeing it, Mark. Like, now that makes sense because prior to that, they were all individual sort of experiences. So there's a lot of good stuff in it.
Yeah.
It just, like I said, it got super rushed.
Yeah.
And the end was just not pulled off well.
Yeah. And also, the ending made it seem like it was like, okay.
It felt like a very final end.
It's like Moon Knight doesn't exist anymore?
Right, and then
he does?
Then
maybe?
you get the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
And then it's like, it doesn't really set up the next season.
Yeah, or if he comes back or something like that.
Right. It's bizarre, and I'm sure some of you guys who know the comic will know or have an idea of what it could be next.
Yeah.
But it definitely felt like the big bad was seen, discovered, and defeated all in one go, and then we were left with this tiny little hook that we had already figured out, and then you told us with a nothing to show for it. Like, what's the villain next?
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. Weird. Weird.
All right. Before we get into reading more about this episode and breaking it all down,
Yeah.
we have a special group of people.
That's right.
Some amazing people who support us over at patreon.com/Conversations, who make this show possible and everything possible over at Conversations.
/
Right there. Those people are Diogo Dildo, Isak the Ultimate Cumso, Sabine from Smallville, the Star Wars Encyclopedia, Adam Sunling, Cats but the Friendly Patron, Jeremy Renner, that's right, an official Avenger. Super Sus Ben Fryer, the Filthy FIFA Fanatic, Joe McCormack, Clark, the 53rd, My Juicy Left Nut, the Super Sexy Producer Sean.
And that's it.
And that's it.
That's the list. I'm so glad you did the same thing.
Anywho, thank you so much for supporting us.
Yeah.
We'll catch you guys. Thank you very much for supporting us. I was going to end the show for some reason.
Yeah, thanks very much. See you later.
See you later, guys.
We didn't enjoy the episode. See you later.
Kevin Crow's gone, so we might as well just leave now. Okay, guys. All right. Thank you guys so much for your support over on Patreon. We couldn't do it without you. And thank you for continuing to support us here on YouTube as well.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
All right. Moon Knight, the finale, episode 6. It's just called episode 6.
Is that really what it's called? God damn it.
I don't get the names. I don't get it.
Why, bruv?
I was like, hold on a sec. Is it just saying episode 6 in I'm missing it somewhere? No. Episode 6.
God damn it. God damn it. The last one had a title as well. It was The Asylum, right?
Yeah.
Like, why?
And the other one before that was like the Happy something 3 or whatever. They're funny. They have names for them.
Yeah.
There's something that means something.
I could think of like 15 different things you could. Pyramids Fall or something
Exactly.
like that. What?
Anyway.
Episode 6.
We open.
You're not Star Wars, bruv.
We open with Mark's. It's true. No one's ever done that except for Star Wars, right? We open with Mark's body being dragged out of the water where he was shot.
Yeah, still shot, still
shot,
dead,
still
still in
dead.
the water, yeah.
Arrow takes Amit's statue from his hands,
Yes.
and we turn around and we see Layla is still in the tomb
Yeah,
right
she
there,
is, yeah.
behind one of the pillars, and suddenly she turns into fucking Sam Fisher because she just takes out one of the people, dead silent.
Yeah. I did clock that. I was like, I actually have a problem with this. And she had a combat with the rich guy when they found the map.
Yeah.
His like #1 bodyguard. She had combat with him. I really feel like she shouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah.
Because then later on when she gets powered up and she's able to fight these guys, that would have been a really significant thing. But her fight, other than the very cool costume, I feel like previous Layla could have done this.
Yeah.
Whereas with Mark or Stephen, when they are wearing the suits, it's very clear that they're like super powered.
Yeah.
So I have a problem with it. It just bugs me.
Yeah, it bugged me a bit as well. I mean, what bugged you? What
Oh,
happened?
nothing. Nothing
What are
bugged
you
me because nothing's happened
I
yet.
didn't understand what you just said anyway. Well, I was just nodding along. I don't know.
That's right, yeah. Yes, and...
Yes, and that's it. Then we cut to then Arrow. He uses his funky magic stick staff to turn his staff into an alligator head, basically.
An alligator head and an axe. It's
Yeah.
got like an axe on the back. It looks really cool. It's a cool little animation.
I didn't understand how he did that at that moment, and also why he did that at that moment.
Because, bruv, he got the statue. And that means something, even though the power hasn't changed at all.
That's the thing, because when he grabbed the statue and then the camera cut away and you saw purple lights everywhere, I was like, oh shit, he releasing Amit right now.
No, he's not. Exactly. I will say he says a couple of things. He says some words over Mark/Stephen.
Yeah.
He says, goodbye Mark, goodbye Stephen, and whoever else may be in there. Eyes emoji.
Jake the hippo.
And then he says, but it ends up being nothing.
Yeah.
Sometimes we need the cold hard light of death to tell us blah 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 whatever. And I'm like, oh shit. Has Harrow died? Does that mean this is confirmed that you can come back from death? Blah, which of course we kind of know, but like maybe Harrow's experienced this. That's why he has so much more of Amit's power, even though something crazy like that. No, it's just throwaway line.
Throwaway line. Never gets mentioned again.
Like, I even have it here. Like, did he die? Eyes emoji. I draw out the eyes emoji.
He draws an eyes emoji. Fucking my guy drawing emojis. I'm gonna draw the little head one that's like stroking his beard.
Yeah,
like,
Right.
Fucking hell.
In fact, this is a pretty easy emoji.
It's
to
an
do.
easy emoji.
It's 4 circles in it.
Okay.
Basically, so
And
they leave.
Yeah, they leave. He puts down the scarab on Mark's chest.
Yeah.
And then he leaves. And Layla goes over to Mark's body and breaks down. Obviously, he's gone. He's dead.
That's it, yeah.
She's crying. He slips into the water as well. But she does notice that the scarab is there, and she picks it up. And it's alive. It's pointing somewhere.
Does it point to Ahmet?
I don't fucking know.
Because I thought it pointed here, bruv.
That's what I thought.
I thought it takes you to the tomb.
Ahmet's tomb, right?
Yeah, it's not like a sat-nav GPS tracker. It's a map. It takes you to the gaff.
And I was like, they just left. She doesn't need the scarab to follow them.
Yeah, you
I'm
could
right
just
behind
follow.
you.
Also, that's what she does. She just joins the convoy.
Yeah, she doesn't.
It's like, good thing I got this scarab. What are you talking about?
No fucking idea. Anyway, they do that.
They leave in a convoy.
Yes, they leave in the convoy and they reach an Egyptian checkpoint.
Yeah.
I guess. She's in the middle of nowhere in a desert somewhere. And they start pulling out guns. Everyone's like, oh, and Arrow just comes out and he's like, oh, everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. It's okay. It's
You don't
all
need to see
right.
my identification.
Exactly.
These are not the convoy that you're looking for.
And he
Again,
basically
you're not Star Wars.
Trying to be Star Wars. Everyone's trying to be Star Wars is the blueprint.
That's it.
And then Zack Snyder's Justice League is the
That's
blueprint
it.
of Star
It's
Wars.
even more it.
Exactly.
It's even itter.
And he just basically does a mass judgment right there.
Yeah.
He pulls out his staff
Which
and
again,
he smacks it on
how's
the
he
ground.
got powered up again? Just because it's near the
He's
statue?
just increased in power somehow. And everybody in his vicinity just gets judged.
Yeah.
A bunch of them, their souls, you see them leaving into the sky.
All of them except one, I think.
I think it's all of them, yeah, actually. And then the one that was right in front of him stays in his body.
And then Harry's like, this is the face of a good man.
Yeah.
Brother, if I just watch you murder 8 people, I'll probably get you down. I'm going to just be like, hold on a second, let me just
Wait,
deal
I'm a
with this.
good police officer. Right, I won't arrest you for this murder that you've committed.
All right. Bizarre, isn't it?
Anyway, he takes away his radio and he's like, you don't need this anymore. He takes it away. And then he goes over back to his car, and I guess they're like, oh, we have to move these bodies off of the road. And in that time, we noticed that Layla has gotten out of the back jeep.
Yeah. Luckily, no one was doing like a register.
Right. And no one would recognize. I don't fucking recognize you.
Yeah, I feel like, are you on team 2? This is team 2. Did you mean to be in team 3? So what was your name again? Let me just, I'll just radio over. Let me just go. I've got everybody's numbers. Let me just.
Boom.
All right.
Anyway, she gets out and she tries to sneak down one of the back of the
Yeah,
cars.
she pulls a shank.
Pulls a shank out, goes to shoot. And I don't know if you noticed this. I don't know if this is me reading into this too much. It looked like Harrow was drained from this mass
Yes, it
judgment.
did. I saw
He was a
that
bit
too.
wary, a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit like that. They don't mention it again, and they don't ever. It's never used or anything like that. But
I noticed that as well.
whatever, he's like that. And as she's making her way forward,
One of the corpses is like,
Layla, oh my god, it's you! Oh my god, fuck you,
bruv, allow.
middle of saying.
Like I'm kind of in enemy territory here,
Right.
trying to murder a guy.
Jesus. It's like, and then she's like, "What the fuck?" Moves along. Another one wakes up. It's like, Layla, I'm speaking to you from Duat, from the other side. Mark, right now, he's in the reeds, and
Right. Brother, talking in code. You trying to
I was
talk
gonna
in
say,
code?
hopefully she fucking understands what the fuck is going on here. Because if somebody had said that to me, I'd be like, "What?"
Also, I'd be like, is this zombie talking to me in a puzzle?
Right? I still think that person just hasn't died yet. That's
Yeah.
what I think.
The first one I thought was one of the cops that survived and was playing dead.
Ah.
I was like, I thought he was like, hey, don't go near that guy. He'll fucking kill you. But then it turned out it was the hippo.
Yeah. I'm Thwavet, whatever the hell her
I'm
name
that
is.
chick.
I'm that thing.
I'm a hippo.
And I've got things. So you need to free Khonshu and whatnot. But you can.
Mark says kill free Khonshu, something like
Yeah,
that.
if you become my avatar, then we can do that. And she's like, no, I'm not doing that. It's like, if you go up against Harrow right now, he's too strong for you. You won't survive.
Yeah.
Anyway, she doesn't agree to it, but it delays her enough that everyone's ready to leave now on the convoy, and she misses her opportunity to kill Harrow.
Yeah.
They all jump back on the convoy, and they all get out of there.
I feel like we just sort of skip straight to the pyramids here, don't we?
Yes. She says as well, she's like, find Khonshu, break the Inuchanti, the thing,
yeah.
and you can bring Mark back. I was like, okay, no problem. But she won't do it, she says.
Yeah, she won't take god power to do this thing.
This is the funny bit. She says, no, I won't do it. I won't do it. Her idea is to kill Harrow. And then 5 seconds later, they're at the Pyramid of Giza.
Yeah.
And
Giza.
And literally, she walks in and she goes, cool, I need to find those stone statues and free Khonshu. So,
Me, it's this high level of writing.
2 seconds ago, you said you wasn't going to do this.
And also, like, I don't buy that she's just saying no to the god suit stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe because she's seen that, like, Mark didn't trust Khonshu and stuff, but I don't know.
That's the only thing that kind of makes it compelling
But
for
people
me.
Seize power if they're in desperate need, and she's kind of exactly in that situation right now.
Yeah. They go to the Pyramid of Giza and he opens it up with his magic stick that can do anything. Just stamp opens the doors.
Also,
and
I feel like I don't know what the power requirements are for these things, but judging 8 dudes at once, that seemed to nearly kill him. Yeah. But opening ancient Egyptian freaking things
Pyramids.
and going into like the offices of the gods, that was nice and easy.
I tell you, it gets even better because he goes in and all the avatars sense the power that's going on, and they all come meeting at the
like,
Pyramid of Giza.
Ahmet, what the frick? How could we possibly have known this was going down?
They go, oh my god, someone's trying to wake Ahmet. But who would do that?
Harrow.
Oh my god.
No, but it can't be because we asked him and he said he wasn't.
He said he wasn't.
So obviously they're signing up. Guys, we should hear him out.
Let's ask him one more time. Are you trying to open up Ahmet?
Also, one thing that... Yeah, exactly. One thing that really bugs me, 2 things that bug me. Why does he have to come here to just let Ahmet out?
Right.
And 2, their whole thing for defeating Ahmet is, guys, we can't do this alone. We need more avatars.
Yeah.
But he turns up specifically to all the avatars, who are the only thing that could stop him. And now there's less avatars, they can stop. How does that make any sense?
I'm not sure, but anyway, even in the next second, he obliterates them with his staff.
Yeah, I did notice a very subtle, if you weren't paying attention, cut away, just so we could see some purple lights and save budget.
Exactly. Yes. And also any explanation of how, because I mean,
how he was able to defeat all of these avatars, but not Mark.
The gods are supposed to protect the avatars. Like they're not supposed to be able to kill them, but whatever. I guess
Basically,
we don't get an answer to that.
The thing that bugs me is it doesn't really make sense because this isn't a surprise attack. They have time to realize what's going on and fight him. Yeah. It's not like they're all looking away and he comes up behind them and dunk, 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 knocks them all out, right? Which would have made sense because Mark, seasoned avatar, and Layla just got the suit 2 minutes ago. They take him out.
Yeah.
So I'm... What?
Weird.
She sneaks off, man. She finds the what's it called?
The Unuchanti, the thing of Khonshu.
Yeah, she finds the History Channel or whatever it
was. She grabs it and then she goes and runs off into like a corner. While they're doing that, Arrow breaks Amit's statue, steps on it, and the CG smoke comes out flying around the room, and Amit appears. It's giant crocodile woman.
The most important question everybody's asking. I'll go first. Obviously, Smash.
100% smash.
100%.
That huge tail, like dreadlock looking hair thing.
Not gonna lie. I actually would, because who else is going to top that story?
Exactly, and the accent as well. I mean,
and the hippo too.
I just want to hear Eddie. Oh. Say it again, baby.
I'm going to get her to say that when she's with me.
Oh yeah. Can you just say my mate's name?
I'm just saying, look, I don't know if you're into it, but I'm banging the hippo too. Because, like, maybe at the same time, no one's topping that story.
She might have an ass.
She's definitely got a donk.
Yeah.
You know that.
We didn't get to see it properly in this, but there's Rule 34
juicy dumpy, for sure.
Anyway, frees the alligator goddess, and the goddess asks, to whom do I owe gratitude for releasing me? And Arrow, in a cool way, says, me, but you owe me nothing.
Yeah.
Says that, and just sort of like in a obedient follower way. It's like, you owe me nothing, you're a great god, I just live to serve you. And it's like,
this kind of bugs me, actually, because Harrow's a really good villain as a true believer all the way through. And then here, after this point, he's just like, cool, my life's in your hands now. It's like, he just sort of gives up his agency, and it was really cool to see him build towards like what he thought was a better world, and like a Thanos type logic that made sense. That's what makes a good villain, and then just be like, whatever you say now.
I actually liked this.
Okay.
I'm going to disagree on you on this one point. I actually like this because it was sticking to his rules. And I'm making this as a point because later on it changes immediately. Okay. Sticking to his rules where, like, she says his scales are out of balance.
Yeah.
And he's like, I submit myself to the judgment that you give. It's like I had hoped my actions, my loyalty to you would have tipped the scales back in my favor and cleared those imperfections. But if it hasn't, I willingly submit. But then the alligator goddess is like, last time I trusted someone with perfectly balanced scales, I was locked in stone for 2,000 years.
Fair enough.
It's like, maybe I should try something different. Hold on. These are your sole rules for your whole godhood.
Yeah.
And you're just like, we won't follow those rules.
So basically, the rules are now that I make up the rules as I go, and because that's the rule, those are the rules.
I'm like, I had respect for Harrow because he was living by a code.
Yeah.
And then the goddess comes out and is like, my rules that you follow, I'm not going to follow those rules that I set out. I'm not going to
follow my rules. You can keep doing it, though, but I'm not going to.
Because then the souls that they take, the judgment that they do and whatnot, that bears no relevance. You're just going to kill everyone then because it's just whatever you decide.
Pretty much.
I'm just like, what? Anyway, he then becomes her avatar.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool, he's got massive power now.
Yeah. No fancy cool suit, though.
No fancy cool suit. We didn't see any alligator suit.
Why not?
I'd at least see some crocodile shoes, maybe some crocodile skin
I'm not
trousers.
gonna lie, it would have been cool if he'd have like changed into a crocodile and
crocodile
Egyptian.
belt, whatever. You know. You can get them in fucking Las Vegas.
And also, he doesn't have to be in like Brad Pitt shape. He's got God power.
Exactly.
He can look however he wants.
Exactly. Anyway, I actually wrote down this hypocrite. I wrote down.
Yeah.
It says that she needs an avatar, and one, as I mentioned that bit already, something different.
At this point, I think Layla breaks the
exactly.
Conshu
in a Chanti statue.
Yeah. Wherever it was. I don't remember what it was called.
And Khonshu immediately comes out, it's like, I can't sense Mark in this world.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I need another, and immediately just goes, I need another avatar. Moved on from Mark immediately. I need another avatar. Do you, Layla, accept the responsibility to
get free?
Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? He's out there right now with Amit. Amit's going to take over the world. It's like, but the only way we can stop them is with an avatar. It's like, you need to be the avatar. No, I saw what you did to Mark. It really ruined his fucking life.
And he never trusted you anyway.
So I don't fucking trust you.
Yeah.
It's like,
that bit makes sense to me.
I was like, cool.
The other god, I'm like, maybe you would take their power. This, you're like, you saw this guy's a cunt.
Yeah.
Like, fair enough.
Yeah.
Freak this guy.
And he's just like, well, all right, fuck it, I'm out of here then. He fucking outs.
No, so we have missed one thing. In between all this, Mark is in the field, and the hippo's there, and she's like, oh, you're all at peace, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, what about Stephen? The Duat has him. He's gone forever. And Mark's like, nah, bruv, I ain't cool with that.
That was actually a really emotional scene. Like
I like that as well.
When he gets into the reed, you can feel the peace and the tranquility. Yeah. He's free. He feels peace inside him. But then the Thawat goddess, hippo chick, Jake Lockley, whatever, goes like, "You're free now. The
free.
peace you never had. The peace
you finally have it." I also get the impression that he's at peace where like he could just stand here and stare at this peaceful scenery for eternity and be content.
Yeah,
like it looks like exactly what he needs. But what about?
But when he realizes, it's like, what about Stephen? Then this becomes the place of torment for him. That's what I loved about this. It was
very cool.
This becomes not heaven; it becomes hell.
Yeah,
I have to be constantly reminded that I don't have Stephen and that I've left him behind.
Right.
Quite powerful stuff.
And then he's like, "Well, I'm going," and doesn't even need to find the door. He just sort of unsummons heaven.
Yeah.
Goes and finds Stephen. It's pretty sick, actually. Says this touching thing. And it's his heart, isn't it? That's what it is.
Yeah, he has his heart in his hand this whole time, like walking along, like protecting it. And do you have what he wrote down?
No.
Oh, he says this isn't paradise for him. It's a reminder of who he left behind. Oh no, I don't have exactly what he wrote. It's something what I thought anyway.
Okay.
But he goes back to him and he remembers that he's
something like
what does
I
he
can't
say?
do this without you. You saved me. Something along those lines.
Where does he say you saved
I really wish
me?
I would have freaking written down the
I thought I
exact
did
quote.
write it down. Mark goes back to Stephen. Mark opens up to Stephen as he is turned to stone about how he saved him and how he was never alone because of Stephen and how he was the real superpower he ever had.
Yeah, that's it.
And I was like, oh, amazing. And just as he turns to stone, he puts the heart in his hand. They've both got their heart in their hand. And they're outside Osiris's gate.
Yep.
And almost like Osiris was watching this whole time, opens up the gates.
Popcorn, like, oh my days, this is pretty good.
This is pretty good. It opens up the gates and the light shines on the heart and it glows and somehow they break from the spell of the duat.
Yeah, and then he summons a tidal wave or something.
This is some bullshit, right?
And then Hippo Chick surfs it, and because she's so, beefy, like breaks the wave and then they leave. Yeah. And then they're alive again.
Breaks the wave. It was like, coming through. It's like, Osiris, you old softy. And I was like,
something like that. But then you send a tidal wave to murder them.
I have a feeling the gods operate within this thing and they can change and do whatever they want. But the duat is its own entity.
Oh, okay.
And I think
I
it's
can
like,
believe that.
I think it's like, these souls are here. I must attack it quickly.
Yeah, I can believe that. I choose to believe that now.
Because if it wasn't, then it's like, you just opened it.
Maybe Osiris opened the gate and revive them, but the duat's trying to like claim what's its or whatever. Yeah. Okay, cool. I choose to believe that.
Yeah.
At that point, Layla has told Khonshu, no, get fucked.
Yeah.
And then Khonshu's like, Mark, and leaves.
Yeah.
And then Mark...
oh, wait, no, hold on. Slightly different. A little bit in between. So Khonshu leaves from there, and it's where, like, now Amit and the followers and Aris are about to leave.
You're right.
And Khonshu's just, like, big man himself, steps up to in front of them. It's like, can't let you guys leave. It's like, I'm sorry, but can't let you guys leave.
Yeah.
And it gets an old confrontation with Amit. It's like, look, you do exactly what I do. You should have sympathy for me. We're all doing the same sort of thing. It's like, no, you try and do it before. I always judge the people after they've committed the crime, etc. It's like, I can't let you leave.
This is the thing about Amit as well. It's like, again, good villain. She's like, there's so little difference between us. We both judge people. I just don't wait for them to do the evil.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty good freaking argument.
Yeah.
But his thing is, no, but you take away choice. Right? It's a choice up until the time that they've done it. Once they've done it, they're guilty, but they have to choose to do it. They're not evil or guilty until they choose to do the thing.
Yeah.
And they beef, and, hot mummy can work in Crocodile Hottie somewhere. Beefs out Khonshu and kind of much. She even says, like, time hasn't been kind to you. Yeah. And I wonder if, like, he was a fully, like, crow dude in his, like, young ancient Egypt times, and now he's just like a crow skeleton. I wonder if...
I was going to say, they're gods. They don't really age. So, like, time hasn't been good for you. So, like, what?
Yeah, how does that make sense?
I think that's just bad writing, unfortunately.
No, I think you're right.
So they start fighting. Khonshu has some moves.
He does.
There was one time where he did like a super fast in the smoke movement thing, and he comes up against thing, gives her a smack, but she twats him across the room.
She's a crocodile and he's a crow.
Yeah.
So
a skeleton crow.
Yeah. So, and then just as he's about to get his cheeks clapped, he's like, Mark, and dips. Later.
See ya.
Good thing Arnett can't, also do Godspeed and follow him.
Right. Yeah, so...
and then he dips to Mark. Mark wakes up. The bullets fall out of his chest.
Yeah, they meet Khonshu and they come up with a plan again. The bullets come out of his chest. He turns back into Moon Knight. And then they meet outside on one of, like, the hills.
Yeah, because Khonshu couldn't turn up in the room.
Right. He can't go in there, obviously. And Stephen and Mark get kind of smart.
I like how they just switch him.
They're switching between, and then they're switching between the suits and whatnot.
I gotta say, I really dig. He's like, Mark, will you do this thing? I need your help. Well, actually, about that, Stephen, I was talking to Mark. Yeah, but we've got some questions. Yeah. And then they're switching from like Moon Knight to Mr. Knight to Moon. But you have to deal with us, don't you? Because we're kind of a combo package, or whatever it is. He says, I appreciated seeing Moon Knight and Mr. Knight switching back and forth like that. I thought it was very cool.
I liked it a lot. And they essentially renegotiate the deal. They're like, okay, we'll help you do this, but then we're done.
Mark even originally goes, Layla turned you down, didn't she? Which I was like, you know what, Mark? This is how you renegotiate your salary. This is pretty good. It's pretty well done.
It's like, after this, you let us go free.
Yeah.
And he's like, fine, I agree. You have my word. All right, let's go. And they...
Are God's words binding? Because it seems like they can change their own rules at any time. I agree. I abide by all of my own agreements. Except this one. I thought you said by all of them. Yeah, but I changed the rules just now.
Exactly. Bullshit. I wouldn't trust him.
Right.
Anyway, he turns into Moon Knight and he gets zipped off into the air.
Yeah, that's right.
In his cool moon cape. That's the word.
Yep.
And it's really cool.
It does look pretty cool. It reminds me of Stargate.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember those, like...
Like what, sorry?
The freaking bird things. The planes. The space planes. God damn it.
Space planes!
Why did you shit the bed like that, Brain? Why did you do that to me on camera? All my days.
Someone needs to take a picture of just a screenshot of him doing that.
Space planes.
Space planes. It's like the guy that the frizzy hair. Aliens.
Aliens. Space planes. Oh, I hate my brain. So Mark zips off. Looking nothing like a plane or anything to do with space.
Nothing like that. While this is happening, the Amir and Arrow and his followers are about to leave the temple of Giza.
Well, Layla finds Ra guys.
Exactly.
Him.
This is that moment. Grabs the Ra avatar guy, who's like on the verge of death, on his last legs. And
how could we have ever known this was going to happen?
Oh,
if only we'd had some warning.
If only someone told us he was doing this. Oh, damn you, Ra.
How could we have known?
Oh.
Arrow said no. What were we going to do? Like, check? He said no.
I just love that meme. It was like, he intends to free Amir's room. Do you intend to? No. The man's innocent.
He's innocent.
See, the man's innocent. Okay.
So dumb, isn't it?
So yeah, she takes his body, and he basically explains it's like we can get him, we can get Amir again. We have to imprison Amir in a mortal form, something that where she's vulnerable, because right now she's invulnerable.
And then other avatars can.
Exactly, other avatars can do that. We need more avatars to do that. Okay, but then at that last moment, he just dies.
There is one thing: is she says, "Okay, how do we do that?" And he says, "We need avatars. How many? More than we've got left, because I'm the last one, other than Mark.
Yeah,
dead. Presumably, you need 2.
That's
it's not a very large number, and there's like 9 here.
He made it seem like there was like, oh, we need like 5 or 6 of these motherfuckers, right?
It's gonna take a while.
We need it. We need more than we've got left. One more.
Yeah, I need another guy.
You could have just said one more.
Yeah, it could be me and Mark. Could be you and Mark. Could be me and you.
Could be. Anyway, he dies right there on the spot. And you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Just as she's looking away, looking to see if they get away. Layla! It's like, bitch,
you're gonna get me killed!
I'm hiding here!
You're gonna get me killed! You might have a thick, juicy dumpy, but man!
Layla's like, said exactly those words. You may have a big thing.
Yeah. She's like, look, I bet Hippo gives it a cracking, nosh butt.
And obviously, Arrow and his men.
Literally everyone. Arrow, his brares, Ahmet are like
tourists outside of the Pyramid of Giza.
Fucking
the police.
I feel like we heard it here in London.
Everyone hears, and Arrow immediately pulls out the staff, basically destroys the pyramid.
Yes, he does.
Blasts the side of it where Layla is, and it's all crashing down. And in that moment, it looks like what's happened is she's accepted to be the Avatar, so they can also imprison Amir, but also so she can save her own fucking life now.
I guess, yeah. It's a bit clumsy.
Yeah, and Thrive is just like, okay, you're going to be my Avatar. And oh, by the way, I've figured out a really nice outfit for you as well.
Yeah.
Also, and everything comes crashing down.
I actually really like her suit.
So,
but I don't see what it has to do with Hippo Girl.
That's the thing. I
feel like she should have had hippos on her or something.
Something, right? Or just like really strong, wherever it might be.
Yeah.
I wrote here, Thravit, whatever her name is.
Yeah,
takes Lala.
Lala. Thermostat takes Lala.
Thermostat takes Lala as her avatar and becomes Falcon Captain America.
Hawk Girl, yeah.
Because that's literally Falcon, isn't it?
Also, like, don't
she pulls out some things and I was like...
She does kind of... They take a bit of creative license with Kylo's, the way he, like, stamps. She does that.
Oh, yeah.
And magically pulls out 2 swords, which I feel like she probably shouldn't know she has. How does she know that they're there?
Yeah,
because she's surprised by the wings. She didn't know they were there. She goes, whack, 2 swords, wings. It's very satisfying to watch.
Cool, yeah.
Obviously, that's where all of the budget from the other avatars getting murdered off screen went. You know? It's weird. It's weird, and there's no. I don't know. It doesn't. Not that it should feel hippo-y or anything, but like, it just doesn't feel like it fits. It's bizarre.
I'm confused as well. But the thing
It
is
would have been
that
a good suit for Ra.
I
If Ra had been like, Layla, we need another avatar. You and Mark's alive. You and me, we can do this. And then she'd had that suit. Cool, that makes sense.
I think we're putting this on them because Khonshu's one, he's a fucking crow. Moon Knight doesn't really have anything moon other than the symbol on his chest, which doesn't really do it. It's nothing moon related. It's just strong, can fire, is invulnerable to anything, and is white.
Hear me out though. I just didn't like it.
Good point. I would have liked something more theming as well, like to go with it. You know,
I do feel like, the hippo was cool, and maybe it's more true to the comics. But that suit, just if we were going, we want to keep the suit, it would have made more sense for the guy to die, and as he's dying, be like, by the way, Ra has a message for you. And then Ra comes up and he's like, yo, Layla. He wasn't very clear. When he said we need more avatars than we have, it's literally one. Mark's back.
Yeah.
Osiris was just gossiping about this. Mark's back. I need an avatar. Me, you, and Mark and Khonshu, we can get this done. Okay, yes. And then she's got like the suit with the wings, because Ra's an eagle, right? That makes sense.
I would have liked that.
I think it would have made for show onlys like us, so we don't know the comics.
Yeah.
I think that fits more with what happened.
Yeah.
And then it would also, it feels a bit less rushed. Like, what? She doesn't know it's hippo, bitch. You know? But maybe she could just hear the thickness.
I'll do anything. I'll submit to you.
Just promise you'll freaking choke me out with those thighs later.
This is bestiality, essentially, what we're saying here.
Is deityality. Bruv, if you fuck a god, that's totally different. Isn't it?
Totally different. It's like, I guess I fucked a god once. It's like, oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, which one?
Was it Aphrodite? Nah, bruv. This alligator bitch. I'll tell you, the blow was a little bit risky.
Wait, so it was like an alligator tail or like bottom half?
No,
or
the full whack. Full thing.
It was just an alligator. Are you sure you weren't at the
Alligator,
zoo?
but like she had people arms and people legs, but like the rest of it all alligator.
And the hands were all like, they were all scaly as well.
Yeah.
So it was a bit rough.
Like, what about, was it like a croco coochie, or like what was she packing down there? Like
It had teeth as well.
Jesus Christ. Only he of true of spirit may pass these gates.
It's like the Family Guy joke where they're like, women want to love the idea of having sex with a merman. It's like, oh, it's so like exotic, and it's like in the,
Right.
it's so forbidden. It's like, and then a merman comes out and it's like the top half is fish and the bottom half is like human.
Right.
It's like, oh, this kind of merman. It's like,
Yeah.
well, what did you want? It's like, did you want my bottom half to be
that's no
fish? Because then it's pointless.
Then we can't do this. What's he gonna do? Just spray eggs at you or whatever it is? Like spray friggin' just dust a cloud of.
Then it's just like, then I poked a hole in your whole plan, didn't I?
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So now that we all agree,
that fucking a crocodile is definitely good.
you're not topping that story.
No.
Out of this whole thing, like, oh, brother, I banged Wanda. I banged a vibranium man. Bruv, I banged an alligator chick.
Get out of my face. Sure.
She was trying to murder. She was doing a Thanos, bruv. I banged alligator Thanos lady version. I beat you. My story's better.
You ain't topping that.
So stupid.
Meanwhile, Amit and Harrow are mass judging people outside.
Yeah.
Has given the ability for all of her followers as well to do the mass judging as well. They've all got scale tattoos on their arms, and they just go around grabbing people and they just judge them there and then.
Was she like one of the cops? She was one of the cops that originally arrested Stephen.
Yes.
She goes up, she's like, followers of Amit, judge everyone. Like,
Everyone.
why are you in charge now? I don't know, it was a bit... Also, it felt... I hate... Because she was actually okay for most of it, but that one line sounded very poor.
Bit weird.
Wasn't very well delivered. Also, here's a question. Amit's just standing there as everybody's getting judged, and their souls all like come to her and she starts munching them, and then she gets really big. But then later, Khonshu just gets really big and beefs her out, and she doesn't seem to have been powered up by it.
I'm confused. I said, meanwhile, like they doing the mass judging and making Amit grow like a monster from the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
And then Khonshu appears big as well, and there seems to be no reason for why he's big now.
And also, it doesn't seem like it's powering armor up. She seems to have the same level of difficulty with big Khonshu as she had with little Khonshu.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, they start fighting.
They do.
Khonshu gives a good few licks in there with his moon staff thing.
Yeah.
And it's quite cool because it's got like pointy ends, and I don't know why they do this whenever you have like a sort of like a prong thing like that.
Yeah.
Is that like gets hit back onto one of the pyramids, and then Khonshu goes around her neck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the idea is to kill her.
You could have very easily just gone like 2 inches or whatever that scale is to the right and just murk this chick. Or stick it down there and like cut her head off, or like keep going and cut her head off, or shank her in the chest.
No. It's best if we just hold her there.
Right.
And obviously she gets free.
Oh, well.
And
Who
then
could have seen that coming?
Oh no.
Cut to. Also, I have to say, one of the big complaints for this show has been the cutting and how jumpy it is. I haven't felt that.
I didn't personally feel it. They said
Even
it
in this
between the
episode.
parkour bit where there was a lot of running and whatnot.
I guess.
Maybe it was just them, but I was okay with it.
Cut back to Layla, who stone explodes for some reason, and there she is, and she looks sick. I got to say, I think she looks pretty good. And then she does the thing, and she has swords and wings, and that was sick.
Yeah.
And then she leaves.
She leaves, and Mark also appears as well.
Yeah.
And Mark gives a couple of licks to Harrow on top of the pyramid and whatnot.
Yeah.
But then he's down there with Layla in a little bit, and he's fighting all the bad guys that now are like a bigger threat than before, I guess. I guess they're like mini-powered or whatever.
Maybe?
I'm not sure. Anyway, they're there.
Also, none of them think to shoot him.
Really strange. None of them can lay a hand on either of them.
Yeah.
But they get in a fight. The fight part, I liked. It was very cool. They're doing
too.
switching between each other as well. And
Also,
now
Mark saying, "Oh, hey, little blah blah," and then it switches. Steven's like, "Really jazzed to show you these new moves we got now that we're all in sync."
Exactly.
And I like that.
And they've got some decent new moves. They've got like a grappling hook as well that they can like pull
Interesting.
themselves
I
to
wonder
people.
what the inspiration for that could have been.
I wonder.
I can't think of a single other hero. It's the first time it's ever been done, I think. On the big screen,
First time, yeah.
Also, when was Moon Knight's weapon? Those two sticks. Did we see that? We haven't seen that before, have we? He was barehanded. He was just bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah, I haven't
and
seen
throwing the death moonerangs.
Moonerang. Sorry. Yes.
And then now he has sticks. Right?
Yeah.
We haven't seen that.
No.
That's new now, yeah.
It was cool though, and I liked one bit as well where like he punches someone into a shop,
Yeah.
and then he goes in to like finish him off, and once he hits him, it was Mr. Knight. He punches him, and he just goes,
Yeah.
and then just continues going. I'm like, Mr. Knight has such charisma.
He really has style.
I love
People
it.
said, "Oh, I don't get the suit." I'm like, since the first time we saw it, we were both like, "I like that mist. That looks sick."
Mr. Knight's the
It's
shit.
a 3-piece. It's got the subtle stuff. It's sick. It looks good.
It's great. They're like, oh, it's a Deadpool ripoff. It's like, no,
You're an
it
idiot.
wasn't. It wasn't.
You're an idiot. Also, it's a Batman ripoff. You're stupid.
Exactly.
Think about
idiot.
it. Batman for Moon Knight, Wayne for the 3-piece.
Exactly.
It's an entire ripoff.
They get to a point where they're like out in the open and Harrow's there.
Yeah.
And they're having a little mini fight with him. And at one point, Harrow knocks a minivan full of people.
Yeah.
And it's about to hit a little girl. Layla leaves the fight so she can protect the little girl.
Yeah.
And puts her to safety.
The strength scaling's so weird because...
And then she like stops a car from coming on and like crushing her. And this is the point where the little girl, forgetting about that she's in danger, forgetting about everything else in life, and she's like, "Oh my god, are you an Egyptian superhero?"
Also, it's like, yep, and then leaves.
She's like, "I am. Cool. See you later." No meaning whatsoever. No gravitas with that. We just put this in here. It could have been done so much better.
That's the problem.
It could have been set up from many episodes ago to make this a really cool character.
That is the problem, because I understand the little girl's thing. Like, she's living in this world, she's seeing like the Avengers and all these things, but it's all happening in America.
Yeah.
And then the only other person you see is Black Panther. So like, okay, cool. Like, I get it, but no build up to it. Useless, like functionless scene. Hardly very superhero-y.
Yeah.
You know, nothing major happens. Like no one else knows what's happening. Like it's like everybody saw the invasion with Loki.
Yeah.
No one else is seeing this. Just people are falling over.
Yeah.
So
It would have been better if it was in a less tense situation, because then a kid would reasonably have time to think and maybe go, "Oh, we've heard about this hero, and maybe they are from Egypt because they've mentioned it or something like that. Are you an Egyptian superhero? That's really cool."
right.
In a situation where my family is just about to get killed and I almost got killed and there's gunshots everywhere, I'm not really gonna be thinking about
or
this.
Even like if like 5 dudes come running through a restaurant and then she runs through and like knocks one out, and the girl's like, "Oh my god, are you an Egyptian superhero?" Like, because we got one of those. Oh my god, we've got a superhero from Egypt.
Yeah.
That would have made sense. Instead, everything's at risk here, and she stops to be like, "Hey, don't worry about the psychopath with the purple laser beam. Really important here.
Really important.
Are you Egyptian? I need to know your nationality. Are you a superhero?"
Wait.
Because by the way, I feel like the superhero that's confirmed. You know, we actually have.
I want to root for you, but first of all, I need to know where you're from.
Right.
Okay, now I can root for you.
Weird, isn't it?
So weird.
Also, could Disney stop casting Oscar Isaac in anything Egyptian? Like in when he was freaking no, what's his name? From X-Men.
Yeah.
He's
he was, wasn't he? He was the actual.
I forget his name. What's his freaking name?
I don't know, the big god guy, the first mutant.
Why don't I know this? Is bugging the shit out of me. Anyway, like I don't know. I feel like he's typecast for anything Egypt.
Yeah. Anyway, while he's when she goes to save the car does get flipped over, and she goes back to try and save Mark because he's still in a fight with Arrow.
This is kind of the distraction that was needed to separate them, so Hera can get the upper hand. Didn't it?
Exactly, and just as Mark gets up, he pulls out one of his moonarangs, definitely a moonerang, and throws it. And Harrow manages to force it back so hard that it hits one of Layla's wings and pins her to the car that she just protected. And she's stuck there now. She's pinned down by a bunch of the Amit's followers who are shooting at her, and she's using her wings as a shield, just like Falcon does.
Harrow gets the best of Mark.
And Mark's on the ground, and he pulls the magic purple staff and just plunges it into his chest. And you see the power is sucking the soul out of him, and you see the bandages of the moon thing sort of ripping off.
They start to lose that cohesion and fall apart dead in a weird way. Yeah. And
just as it's happening, you can see Mark sort of assessing the situation, looks over at Layla. Layla's pinned down over there, looks up at Harrow. And then
he
just
starts to skits out, yeah.
And then when he wakes up, he's got Harrow's staff, the axe end, on Harrow's head.
Yeah.
Everyone else in the center is dead. And Layla's just like, what the fuck was that?
I really wish Layla would be a bit more scared here.
Right.
Because this is the big bad that had both of them. Mark skits us out. Everybody dies, basically.
And she's very clearly seen what's happened.
I mean, she knows fully about Mark and Stephen at this point. And finally, that wasn't you, was it, Stephen? No.
Not a chance,
mate. No chance, mate. Okay, cool. So now we all know, including Layla, that was neither of them.
No time to address it, though. We've got Amit to take care of. All right, let's go.
Luckily. But this is probably going to take another season or two, so we won't be able to address it. We'll be able to avoid that conversation with Layla.
Exactly.
Let's go deal with this. All right.
Exactly. That wasn't you, Stephen. Layla must have seen it. Okay, but he goes, we must take Harrow's body right now to imprison Amit. We're going to imprison Amit in Harrow's body. That's the plan they've got.
Very clearly, the point here is to kill him.
Yes.
So they take the body, take it. For some reason, they have to go into one of the Egyptian ruins.
Yeah, I think they went back to that Pyramid of Giza that's half broken now. I think at
some point someone says this is the point of their power or something, so it has to be here. I guess.
Yeah, that's what Ra's avatar said at that time. Anyway,
so they drop him on a stone, and then they're like, "We'll do a spell." We don't know the freaking words. When did you learn this spell, bruv? When did you go to and graduate from Hogwarts, bruv? Have you done your owls? Have you done your newts? Is it newts? Newts? Owls? Is owls for sure? I know that's one.
I don't know.
When did you learn this magic, bruv?
They're just
where's Hedwig? Huh?
Wingardium Leviosa. Right. And they just keep going around.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
They start saying their Egyptian prayers, and Amit gets sucked right into Harrow's body. And it's quite funny the way it happens. Khonshu's just sort of we got you now, bitch. What you saying? And he's
Yeah.
like, in the middle of their fight, she gets sucked down into nothing and gets sucked into Harrow's body. And Harrow's... It's really strange because she's very clearly vulnerable in this state.
Yes.
But she's like, you can never stop me. I will kill again. And I was like, this is a really weird god.
Are you trying to get yourself killed? I mean, the plan is clearly to get you killed.
You are like 5 seconds from death. That's the plan.
You can't bluff when your cards are face up.
Exactly.
Like, we see the hand you've got here.
And then Khonshu goes, all right, we have to end it.
Kill
All
him.
right. Pulls out his Moonerang. Layla's like, no, Mark.
You have a choice. Yeah, it's one option. Kill this bitch. I'm sorry, bruv, but all the people you murked up to this point and an alligator god you won't do in. Are you kidding me, bruv? Are you kidding me? Trying to Thanos the fucking planet.
Moon Knight-
What choice, bruv?
Moon
What
Knight-
choice?
Moon Knight himself has killed many, many people.
Yeah, Mark.
Mark himself has killed many, many people. One case in point evidence that we've seen, actually, when he went to go to that billionaire's party,
Yeah.
killed many, many of those guards. They're just guards. They're not even particularly bad.
High
They might have
muscle,
done
yeah.
bad stuff, but you don't know that.
don't know.
You've just gone and killed them.
You're not on it. You can't judge them.
It didn't matter. But when it comes to this mass murdering alligator god,
You're right. Who has just now murdered hundreds, maybe thousands of people, and Harrow, who's also done the same.
can't do it.
I got a choice. I
Can't do it.
choose peace, bruv.
My heart won't let me do it.
I choose peace, bruv.
I'm
What?
sticking to my no-kill rule.
Yes.
I have a no-kill
Finally.
rule, guys.
Yeah, I mean, just like you gods, I've decided it now. No kill. I don't use guns, bruv. That's how you know I don't kill anyone.
That's it.
I mean, I'll throw these razor moonerangs at people at full force, but
Do you not know the foundations of my entire character?
listen, bruv, when I trained with those ninjas, they specifically instilled in me, yes, we're assassins, but we don't kill.
we don't kill. We have a no-kill rule.
Jesus Christ. Like, also,
There are people watching this frothing at the mouth right
also,
now.
like, Layla in this scene's really bizarre. She's like, no, Mark, you've got a choice. Like, bruv, what are you talking about? This is not the time for this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, nothing about this scene made sort of very much sense to me.
No.
And then Mark's like, frick you, Khonshu, I'll do whatever I like.
Yeah, it's like, if you want to kill her yourself.
Also, why can't he do that? Because I get that nobody else could see them.
No god-on-god violence, whatever it's...
Right, but like,
I
they were
couldn't.
just trying to mark it. She was going to kill him. And maybe it's because
And
she's
they were
like,
about to kill each other up there, whatever it was.
I wonder if it's because she's in like a physical body, but he can obviously impact physical bodies. She killed bear people
I don't know.
just with magic powers. It's weird.
Strange, isn't it?
Bear dumb.
But anyway, Stephen and Mark go like, a deal is done.
Yep.
A deal is a deal. We helped you.
Yeah, that's it. And
So
as
it's
we
free.
know, gods are bound to their word.
Exactly. And the bright light opens up from his chest and the suit is disappearing, as you can see.
And he goes,
And then we cut to the therapy room.
yeah.
And the therapy room with Mark and Stephen in harmony, sort of going back and forth, switching as they choose. And talking about belief systems, talking
Yeah.
about how he believes he's an avatar of a god.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what if I believe something different, Doctor? And then Doctor
I like how they're
gets,
switching between. Also, it's very well done. I don't get what people's problem with Stephen's accent is. I think
That
it
was
sounds
really
good.
and the Doctor starts walking away.
Dr. Harrow starts walking away, leaving blood. Why am I bleeding?
Why are my feet bleeding?
Looks like you don't know what's he say? It looks like you don't know as much as you thought you did, Doc, or something like that.
Exactly.
And you're like, what's going on? And then they leave the room, and that's that.
Yeah, I don't understand what this scene was,
I don't get it at all.
because this whole thing was supposed to be in their head when they were like crossing in the
it's their
Duat.
soul, how they do. I don't get it.
They had already resolved everything, and it's not like their subconscious version of Harrow needed to be solved. It's a
Also-
subconscious projection.
Also, their subconscious version of Harrow was helping.
yeah.
And then, to add to the confusion, we cut to Harrow in a psych ward,
Yes.
who sees exactly like we saw the first time there.
Oh, hold on. That's not just yet. Hold on.
What?
A few scenes before that, they come out of
oh no!
therapy.
Sorry, just want to say the way they leave. Laters, Gators.
Oh yeah, latest Gators. And he wakes up and he's in bed, and he's
That's
in
right.
England, And
Hey,
it's
good old
great.
England.
And he gets up out of bed and he's tied up again. And he falls face first down. And
Question.
yeah, end of the show.
Oh,
there.
shit. Oh, no, because they know there's someone else now.
Yeah.
I was going to say, do you think they've been losing time? That's why they've tied themselves up. But they know for a fact somebody else is here.
Well, this
They
is
should
the thing.
also know for a fact, though, that if somebody else is taking control and they're not present for it, tying their leg up is not going to do a
That's going
goddamn
to solve the
thing.
problem.
It didn't solve it for Stephen Remark.
Or I would have been like, look, Stephen, this doesn't work. I woke up many times and I did exactly this to you. I just took
Yeah.
off the thing and then came back in time to put it back on and then you didn't notice.
Yeah, right.
It's not going to work for the third guy. Anyway, the third guy, what third guy? What are you talking
What are you
about?
talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. The hippo?
Hippo, yeah, that was
If
it.
the hippo comes to visit.
Exactly. Anyway, that's the end and then
And that was
that's
it. That was it.
Chapter
It's
closed.
a good thing no one mentioned anything and ruined this that was it joke.
Read some comments, shall we? You fucking bastards, you ruined it for us, alright? No, the post-credit scene. So as you said, it opens up with
This
Arrow.
actually, hold on, can we just talk about
Go
the
on.
fact that there's only one post-credit scene and that how many people have probably missed that the first time watching it because they checked the first 2 episodes, no post-credit scene, no post-credit scenes the whole way through, and then there is one now.
And there's
How's
also
that
5
fair?
minutes of black for every other episode.
How's that fair? How's that fair on people that aren't nerds like us that went through and checked the timeline all the way to end just to be sure?
Marvel have kind of ruined it for everyone,
Dickheads,
haven't
bruv.
they? Post-credit scene. So Arrow, he's in a mental hospital.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because, you know, the first time they were in the psych ward,
Yeah.
they're seeing all this imagery from their stuff. Well, Harrow sees sand in a cup and then goes to pick it up,
And it's just
and
tea.
it's tea. So we're getting that same shit here.
So I thought it was in his head, and I was
Me
like,
too.
what's going on here?
Is he doing a Duat thing as well?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. We don't know.
Anyway, he's there, and one of the nurses is like, okay, it's time for bed now. Goes over
It's
there.
the
but
middle of
then
the day, by the way.
so, somebody says in Italian, or it's Spanish, is it?
I don't know, bro.
I think it was Italian.
I legit thought it was ancient Egyptian.
I had the subtitles on. I think it said in Italian.
Oh,
so,
okay.
in Italian, it says like, "Don't worry, I've got it."
Yeah.
And the nurse is like, "Excuse me?" He's like, "Don't worry, I've got it." Okay. What?
Yeah, this is not how duty of care works.
Exactly.
Even in England.
But I accepted it because at this point I thought it was in the duet thingamabob that he had in
Me
his head.
too.
So I was like, "Cool, no problem."
Me too.
Anyway, he collects him and he's wheeling him out, and Harrow is just sort of like, "Oh, I think I'm supposed to go."
I'm going to say
And he sees one guy dead on the side.
2 at least.
Two, yeah.
I'm going to call it now. This is bullshit.
Go on.
Or Khonshu's bullshit.
Okay.
Because Khonshu's all like, oh, he protect the the travelers of the night, only punish those who have done evil. His Brez murdered 2 carers. 2 people that look after the mentally handicapped, disabled, whatever.
Did they just happen to be bad? Did they commit a crime right then or something like that?
So this doesn't make any sense now. It does. Khonshu's a freaking con artist. bruv.
All these gods, they make up rules and then
Khonshu
don't
more
follow
like
them.
Con Poo.
Ah, way!
Get wrecked.
So yeah, it picks him up, takes him outside of the mental hospital, and that's how we know we're in England because we see an NHS there.
It literally says mental hospital.
Yeah,
No T's. All apostrophes.
mental hospital. And then chucks him in the back of a stretch Rolls Royce. Beautiful looking stretch Rolls Royce.
One thing, and again, this made me not like the character because it was just silly. He then assaults a wheelchair.
Yeah, just
What was the deal with that? What was the deal with that? Also, if you're like a hitman for a god, maybe you want to keep a low profile.
Yeah.
But here he is
all
having
in
a fight
black
with a
gloves.
wheelchair in the middle of a hospital.
So attracts attention. I mean, to be fair, the Rolls Royce should have attracted some attention as well.
Fair enough. Also, then he puts on like a Peaky Blinders, one of those stupid caps. I hate those caps so much.
Anyway, he chucks him in, and guess who's in the back of the car with Harrow now? Khonshu. In a dapper suit.
Very
My
dapper.
guy's just like, I've given up the mummy raps.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question?
Dapper suit, go on.
How can he freaking see him? The whole way through this show, only the Avatar can see the freaking god.
Yeah.
Anybody?
To be fair, is it thing inside though? Is it Amit inside?
Oh shit, that's a good point. But then, no, because freaking Stephen and Mark haven't been able to see anybody else's gods, have they?
Have they? But did they see Amit? Do you think?
I don't know.
To be fair, hold on a second. How did Layla see Amit prior to her getting her avatar powers? when she was hiding in the Giza.
Oh yeah, because she saw it happen. Or maybe she just saw wind puff up from her. No, but we see it from her point of view, don't we?
There's a few holes in this.
God
show.
damn it! And I would like to get some action with a few holes. I'm talking about crocodile action. You know what I'm saying? So stupid. Oh my god!
These guys, why do they watch?
Oh my god, we're adults.
They're literally on the other side of the monitor. They're like, "Can you guys say the last thing in the fucking
Could
scene?
you maybe grow up?
So yeah, he's like, "Oh,
She was like, oh,
hey."
Mr. Harrow, how's it doing, bro?
But I'm not scared of you. And this is the thing. You know, we said earlier, it's like, why can't Khonshu kill Amit?
Yeah.
I think there is something to do with like a god can't do anything to a god or whatever it is, or he can't directly kill anyone.
Well, maybe I think
because
it's that he can't interact with humans and because she's in a human form.
Possibly.
Because they could fight each other as gods.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. It's like you can't do anything to me, and it's like that's right. But I hope you. But he can. I hope you like to. Sorry, I'd like to introduce you to my associate, Jake Lockley.
And we're like Lockley, or did you think
he does, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he said Jake Lockley, and it's Mark, Stephen, Jake. It's all of them.
Never trust a person with 3 first names.
Jack Nicholas, I trust him, but 3,
right,
no,
that's
no.
one too many.
Exactly. And he speaks in Italian. I'm pretty sure he speaks in Italian. And then he just pulls out a silenced pistol.
Yeah, he says, "It's a me, Jake Lockley," blah blah. Oh, psst, psst. That's Italian.
And it's an
We've
Italian
confirmed
pistol.
with Mario
So.
that is how they, yeah. Or it's just
And then they drive off. Jobs are done.
jobs are done.
And the end of the show.
That's the end of the show. Jake feels a bit heavy-handed to me, and I don't mean like, oh, you know, because obviously we've seen his work before. We know he's just like the murdering type, but it's a bit obvious the way they have him act it. You know,
They gave an explanation for Stephen.
yeah,
An emotional reason to have him and why his personality split and why his mind split. I feel like Mark and Stephen perfectly encapsulated the life that he had.
yeah,
Where does Jake fit into this? An Italian mass murderer.
yeah. It's like I'll give the like why is Stephen British? We don't know, right? Like okay, cool. Mind goes to weird places, and Jake being there rounds this out pretty well, so that Mark and Stephen can still have the powers or have access to it, or access to it, but it has it because I think Khonshu says they thought I wanted Mark, not even close. Like I wanted this guy. So okay, but then how? Is Khonshu the reason that Jake's here? Because he met Mark, not Stephen or Jake.
Yeah.
And then, again, I got to raise this question. Khonshu's whole thing is he is supposed to be about justice, but Jake, we have witnessed, kill people that don't exactly need killing. Like, I don't know, 2 NHS staff? Not a year ago, people were going on their steps to clap for these people. Do you know what I mean? Like...
Khonshu out here just busting caps in them.
Yeah, so I'm really confused about the whole thing.
All right,
and where the mass murdering bit comes in.
Yeah. How is that part of the personality?
Maybe it relates back to because if Mark's crazy since he's a kid, he's got the split personalities. Maybe we'll see a flashback of him like at war or something, and it getting really bad, and then he needs another personality. But I feel like I don't know. It's bizarre.
Yeah, strange. All right. That's the end of the episode. How did you feel about this round out of the season? And then tell me, where do you rank this in all of the Disney Plus MCU TV shows?
What was the first half of the question?
How do you feel about this whole season now that we got to
the whole season? I felt the season has one genuinely good episode. Episode 5 was incredible. I really, really liked the last episode a lot.
Well done, well done.
Incredible episode. The show overall, kind of a miss.
Yeah.
I like a lot about it. I thought Oz, friend of the show, Oscar Isaacs.
Oz, yeah.
Was actually incredible. He was really, really good. Really good. It was an interesting concept, obviously, because it's a successful comic. The end sucked. just everything happened all at once. It was super rushed. I say episode 2 and 3 probably don't even need to be here. We could have skipped one of them and had a whole extra episode after the duat stuff to like at least give us a better pacing to get here. And then I do feel like, and I don't know the comics, one of the boys will let me know, I do feel like we shot our big bad already. Like, Ahmet was a really great big bad, basically a small scale, a planet scale Thanos, right? Who's next after that?
Yeah. And seem to have dealt with a god pretty easily.
Right. And like maybe they're going to angle for, well, it's finding out about Jake, which I guess the first 4 episodes of this show were finding out about Mark.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like we've done a lot of that legwork already.
It's more of an origin story. It's like we're having 2 origin stories.
Right, and also it's the same story, just a different character. Like, I don't know, man. The show overall, top of the bottom third, and that sounds weird, but like, how many shows we got? Way better than What If. That was shit. But like, I don't know, man. Not great.
I felt like the ending was rushed. I felt like there was a lot of holes and a lot of like weirdness to it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of good to it though. Like I really, really, really liked the way they did the thing in the beginning with like him talking to himself in like reflections.
That was great.
And how reflections were done so well. The blipping out sort of thing where he just switches between bodies and loses time was really cool. I liked a lot of the fight sequences. I liked the suit design. I thought that was really cool.
I thought that the red sarcophagus was great. It was a great hook. I couldn't believe we got
ominous. It was like, oh.
I can't believe we met Jake in the last 30 seconds though. That's ridiculous.
But then at the end, it just sort of like there was all these rules that were established, all these things that did make sense, and then they sort of threw them out the window. And then, it was just that
weird.
Just that.
Where do you rank it overall? Not high in it, but the thing is, it's not bad, but it's just not. It's also not good.
Yeah, like there's been good the MCU shows have been good so far.
Yeah.
I think I put it above What If, but then below the Falcon, Winter Soldier, Loki, WandaVision, all below those.
The thing is, I actually feel like I would have preferred this if the show had been similar quality all the way through. I think I would have preferred it to like Falcon and Winter Soldier and stuff like that. Maybe I don't know, because I did quite like a lot about it, but like it was so hit and miss, and the first like 2 episodes were just so drawn out and nothing really happened. Episode 5 was amazing, one of the best episodes. Like as a standalone, I think you could put that episode up there with episodes like if I could remember that Loki episode, which was a nothing episode, I was going to name that as well, but as an amazing one. But now my joke's ruined.
Where they go to that planet for nothing.
Like, I think episode 5 was so good that it could be up there with any of the other individual best episodes from any of the other shows and bump heads with them. Yeah. But then the rest of the show is kind of mid. And also it's like, it's mid. Huge spike, terrible ending, weird reveal with Jake. Like I don't know what's going on. So I think worst of the show so far, which is really sad because I was kind of. I mean, this guy's basically a ninja. He's got the cool suit. He throws the moonerangs. He's got the no kill rule.
No kill rule, important.
I could have really vibed with this guy. He's got that grappling hook thing.
And I really like the Egyptian setting as well. The
Egyptian Egypt's freaking sick, isn't it?
Really great. Really, really good. Okay, well, guys, that's our thoughts, but it's not over. We want to hear what you guys think, and I'm going to kick it over to our boys who have written over at patreon.com/conversations to have their comments read out first.
That's right.
Before everyone else.
Is there anything else people get at Conversations? Patreon.com?
If you do decide to sub over there, even at the $1 level, you get an exclusive podcast, the Conversations podcast.
That's cool. I didn't know about that.
We're going to do a new one as soon as we move into the new place. And if you go to the $5 tier, you get the True Gamer podcast the day we record it, early before everyone else. Yeah. And you get your name read out as a True Gamer because you are a True Gamer.
Super Bro's getting their name read out on everything that we do. And for as little as $1 a month, you can also participate in this. That's a crazy value proposition, bro. What a shock.
Crazy.
I had no idea that existed. I'm not even sorry.
It's one of the dumber things we've done. Okay, Gam's True Gamer Master. The guy's a true gamer right here.
Here's a true gamer.
He says, "G'day, bros.
G'day, bro.
I love this finale. I can't do an
Flip
Australian accent.
rewind. Flip the computer over, bruv. Then you'll be able to do the accent.
Oh God, if I could do I can't bother to do that again.
It made your reading better as well.
Somehow it did. I found it super touching to see Mark and Stephen as Mark save Stephen as Stephen has been saving Mark for years. Very good parallel there.
That was cool, yeah.
Now that they have both come to
actually,
terms...
no, hold on a minute. Get fucked, Mark. You know, I saved Stephen in the end. Stephen saved you in the end, bruv.
Fucker.
You just made it even for that. You got a whole life to make up for.
Exactly. You got many more saving to do.
Yeah, many more savings.
Your Tesco's, that's what you did.
Every little helps.
Now that they both have come to terms with their past, they can finally work together as one cohesive unit. Love the design of Amir and the big god battle between we got between her and Khonshu. Layla becoming Wonder Woman. Sorry, Twarvet's avatar. Sorry, he says.
Yeah, sorry, thermostat.
Was awesome, but since when do hippos have wings? You see, he thought the same thing.
Yeah, it's true.
And Moon Knight can fly?
In fairness, though,
I think he got pushed into the air.
Since when
and
could
he glided.
oh yeah, that's
Maybe.
probably it. Since when could crocodiles absorb life, from all over the planet and judge your soul? So I mean, a little bit of leeway. I agree. Also, very very important. Very important.
Go on.
Smash or pass on Amit. Just need to.
We need to know that in the comment section.
For the official poll, isn't it?
You're so serious. You know Oscar Isaac from is it Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah.
He's like, they fly now? They fly now. That's really good. Badass fight scene with Mark, Layla working together. Thought their remark to Layla being an Egyptian superhero was a bit on the nose, but really, who
Thank
cares?
you. Okay, I'm really glad that it wasn't just us.
She was awesome. She
was sick. And also the kid going, oh my God, we got an Egyptian superhero would make sense if you weren't being assassinated by laser gods or whatever was going on, you know?
Yeah. Like, it's almost like that kid's entire life was just looking for Egyptian superheroes. And then when finally one came along, it was like, you're an Egyptian superhero, even in this tense situation.
Also,
but really, in reality, her life was just something else.
Also, imagine if it had been like a never meet your heroes thing, which is like, can't wait for an Egyptian superhero. Are you an Egyptian superhero? And Layla just ignores her because she's in the middle of saving the world. I really feel like freaking, we just watched, what was the thing with freaking Jeremy Renner? Hawkeye, that's the
Hawkeye, yeah.
If that had been her building and she'd be like, oh my God, Hawkeye, you're a superhero, that's amazing. Who would have been like, yo, let me just stop from this invasion and give you an autograph. Sorry, bruv, I gotta save the world. I'll maybe come back.
Exactly.
So yeah, it was a bit on the nose, isn't it?
My interpretation of the psych ward is that they're all trapped in there, including Harrow, and it is an outside force controlling it. I don't really know how to explain past that, but that's all I've got. Cool to see the man. I thought you said that.
I've punched this mic about 7 times today.
Well, luckily we're going to get rid of it. The new place doesn't need.
It's just going to be your one mic, isn't it?
One
Just you.
mic. I don't. Cool to see that the man. Oh God. My laptop. Cool to see that the man just claims.
Our last day recording here, it's been nothing but problems.
Problems. Cool to see the man that claims to be Jake in the limousine, because we all know hippos can't drive.
Well, do you know what? That's a very solid point.
It's a bold claim right there.
Also, that's a good point. How can there be two freaking avatars in the one body? You've got Khonshu and Thermostat murdering people.
We all know the truth.
Also, it makes sense that she's the murderer because she's the freaking guy that takes all the souls over. She's making sure she's never out of work.
Exactly.
And no one's going to question it because she's so thick.
But like, hey baby, let me just show you this. I just dropped something on the floor. Oh.
No, not the Oh my God. Oh God. The worst thing is we're both sober as well.
Yeah.
This isn't like a drunk stream.
You wouldn't believe it. Cool to see the man that claims to be Jake in the limousine kill Harrow, showing that Mark is not free from Khonshu. I'm really excited for the second season to flesh out these characters further. I don't have much more to add to this episode. This is about what I expect from the finale. Moon Knight has moved to my top 3 MCU heroes.
Interesting.
After joining
MCU heroes.
MCU heroes.
Interesting.
After this show, joining Spider-Man and Thor. Wow, Thor's
Holy shit! I'm surprised that you put him anywhere near Spider-Man. Not that, like, no shade. I'm just surprised.
He does say though, it's because I'm a Batman simp.
Oh, fair enough.
He says, "Is it because I'm a Batman simp?" Definitely not. Wink.
And also, look, this guy has that no kill rule.
Exactly.
Very similar equipment. They're basically the same guy, isn't it?
Exactly. He goes, "Is my ranking of the shows: Loki at number 1, Moon Knight at number 2." WandaVision, wow, WandaVision getting done.
At least it's top 3.
Falcon and Winter Soldier and Hawkeye dead last. None of the above.
What if?
What if doesn't even get mentioned? Get fucked. None of the above are bad. Just my preferences. The one below is not really good. Okay, so he does
I see that now. I thought there was
a huge gap, and he's just like number 6. What if? Super excited for Obi-Wan later this month. Have a good one, lads. Thank you so much, bro. That was really funny there.
I actually think you said it really well, where he said, "None of these shows is bad. This is just my preference."
Yeah,
and I generally agree. I do think this show has the worst pacing of all of them. And annoyingly, it had one of the best villain. It had probably the best villain.
Yeah.
Or second best villain. Loki's probably got the best villain overall. Freaking
Loki seems like it's going to be the one that has the biggest, most impact to the whole MCU. So that was.
But like this villain was like planetary Thanos level scale, so a pretty good scale, but nothing like Avengers level or anything. Yeah. We had superpowers. We had 2 gods whose cheeks we want to clap.
Yeah.
You know, like. But the pacing is so weird. I actually really wanted to love this show, and I'm annoyed that I don't love it. I just quite liked it.
Yeah.
Who else has a comment?
We have Alpha. He writes into patreon.com just like you guys can for supporting us at $1 or above. And he says, I really thought Harrow was working with the Constant guy. After that scene with a few episodes ago, but I guess not. That cry out for Hippo! That's the Conversations community. It's like, when he was getting saved by Osiris, where you got turned from sand into a person, and he goes, Hippo! I was like, yes, Hippo! That's what I said as well. That's the Conversations community just shouting out right there. So it looks like Moon Knight is flying. I think he's doing a consciousness stream as well.
Yep.
Either that, or he took one heck of a jump before gliding super fast.
Yeah.
I mean,
there are skyscrapers out in Egypt, isn't it? So you can't do like that other guy who also glides with his cape.
Exactly. The other guy, which we won't name.
Maybe you should get a jet. Also, I'm just saying, the people that they have romances in with canonically look basically identical as well.
Basically.
It's settled. They're the same person.
We find out that Mark is actually super rich as well.
That's it.
He's a billionaire. I didn't know hippos could fly. New costume for Layla. Oh boy. They didn't have enough Batman references already. So now Layla does the old Wonder Woman move, deflecting the beam from Harrow. Reminds me of the 84 suit. It really does remind of the Wonder Woman 84 suit.
Yeah. It's at least she does it with her full arm and it's the wing. She doesn't like wrist palm it, but yeah.
Batman and Wonder Woman team up episode. That's what this one was.
That's right.
Steven's capable now, and that's cool. Mini fight scene, muscle memory. It's not.
No. So one of the things I like about this is when Steven comes back and speaks to her and goes, "Really jazzed to show you the new moves we've got now because they are sort of." Rather than being separated personalities, they're sort of like Venn diagramming. So they are different, but like they share a lot of so like they can experience everything together and stuff.
I think after that moment on the boat thing where he saved Mark's life, he was like, wait, he can do this. That means I can do this, and he went, I think from then it was sort of all done.
I want to see Mark get some muscle memory for ancient Egyptian.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Right.
Like, oh wait, I know. Steven knows this, so I know this.
know
Let
this
me just
now.
read this ancient Aramaic.
I laugh. He just plays off. He's like,
It's a map, bruv. It's a shopping list.
looks like an ironing board. Did they have that?
Yeah,
back
I
in
can read it.
Egypt?
I can read it. It says Owl Eye Pyramid. Owl Eye.
And then there's Robin's zip kick grapple from Moon Knight. What do you mean, Robin?
What's Robin?
Who's Robin?
It's weird.
The credits. But Hippo Jake. Where Hippo? We need Hippo. The consciousness stream barely holds together, but then when you start just speaking in gibberish sentences, it just devolves into nothing. I love it. Better not be a second season unless they pull a limited series submission. Be better to explore that more in the next season though, unless they make a film. Oh, there's Jake. Of course he's driving. Must be a skin suit of some kind of illusion to make him look human. Overall, I'm confused in a bad way. What's the deal with the psychiatric hospital? Where do those scenes fit into the timeline of Steve and Mark? How do they escape Duarte using Superman's solar rays? Why is Jake inside a clone of Mark's body? That's the thing. I think it's Mark. It's just that Mark and Steven. Like when he turns into Jake, they're no longer there, and he's taken away.
But
It's going to be more, I guess, in season 2. If we ever get that, it will just be like
Do
we've
you
got
think
more
you're gonna get a
unallocated
season
time.
2 after this?
That's the thing.
Because I don't feel like the show really popped.
I don't think so. I don't think it's going to get season 2. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Gut instinct. Wonder the Vision was better. Hawkeye was better. Maybe as good as Loki. Definitely better than What If. Ranking of all MCU Phase 4 shows go. Wonder the Vision. Hawkeye, Loki, Moon Knight, What If, Falcon and the Winter Soldier below What If.
That's harsh. And now I have to question if, like, are you a paid actor?
Falcon and the Winter Soldier had Sarah in it. It was gonna bang Bucky.
The most interesting romance out of it. Because let's be honest, Wonder and Vision, we've seen a low scale version of that with every woman that goes into an Alzheimer's.
Exactly.
It's basically the same thing. So like, you know, but Bucky and Sarah. Now that's breaking down barriers because Bucky is a man from like the 1920s.
Exactly.
You know, 1920s era's man.
Very different time then.
Southern. What is she? She's a mum, isn't she? Southern black MILF.
MILF.
I was gonna say like black mama, but that's sort of like
Nah, MILF is better.
MILF with like 5 M's.
And now sister to Captain America.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh shit.
He goes, my thoughts on 2021 ranking are bound to change, so I'll make a new one for this year. E.g., I'll probably swap Loki and Hawkeye. I love that that's the one that you have an issue with.
What?
Falcon and Winter Soldier stays at the bottom, though.
I'm sorry, I could do bottom of like the live action, but below What If is you're just trolling, bruv.
Yeah. Editing this sentence a day later, I might even swap Hawkeye with Moon Knight, but WandaVision remains top. Doesn't need to be said, but Smallville easily topples all of them. There we go. Now we're getting
What's
into
Smallville?
this.
Never heard of it.
Even Swamp Thing or Stargirl Swamp Slow's even. Oh my god. Daredevil and Luke Cage are of course the best shows. If we ever include those retroactively into MCU shows, no, we won't. I'm sorry.
No, we won't.
Won't see you guys for Kenobi, but I'm looking forward to it. The boys, yeah, because he's a Star Trek fan, not a Star Wars fan.
Loser.
Yeah, he's a loser. But looking forward to The Boys or whatever's next on Streamcast, or Streamcast will be. Thank you, bro, so much for writing in. You're an awesome guy. Oh god damn it. Okay, we've got one more.
Okay.
And it's from Corporate Dingleberry.
That's right.
Corporate
or corporal? You keep.
Sorry, Corporal.
There you go.
My apologies, Corporal.
Yeah, corporate's a different thing. Corporate Dingleberry, he's going to send you a letter from legal.
Corporal Dingleberry Says, all right, I have very mixed feelings on this. Let's start with the good. There were some very good fight scenes, and Moon Knight got some really fun new abilities. I'm still in love with the crescent moon shape of the cape. It got some fantastic imagery. I liked the agreement with Stephen and Mark came to have their ability for them to freely switch between and talk. It feels very earned. The Jake reveal was really cool, and it added a whole new layer to the future of and moving forward. Now for the bad. The episode was just the episode was, as I was concerned, as concerned it would be, very rushed, just like the other Disney Plus shows. It had the most to resolve. It was somehow the shortest episode of the series. Also, I'm totally fine with Layla becoming an avatar, but it felt weird that she's suddenly almost as powerful as Mark.
Yeah, I agree.
Good point. And she really felt like a rip-off of Wonder Woman. Well, we're ripping off Batman. So
What? Who's it?
Sorry, my apologies.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Also, the part where the girl said an Egyptian superhero felt so forced. Like Disney sucking their own cock. Wow. Disney sucking their own cock saying, hey, look at us, we're inclusive. And the biggest sin of all, they chose to spare Harrow. Like he's killed so many people over the course of this show, but the mass murdering psychopath is where you draw the line. I'm fine with the...
Hold on, it's worse, bruv. The mass murdering psychopath housing the god of just wanton slaughter and it just kill everyone. Doesn't matter if they're gonna, like, oh, this kid, they're gonna steal some ice cream later. Bruv, I'd get done based on the freaking sweets I stole from Woolworths.
This is the
Done.
line, though. This is the line. Like, I can't kill this guy. I can't kill this guy.
Ridiculous.
I'm fine with the whole no killing thing, but you can't use that trope if your main character has already killed several dozen people.
Right.
Looking at you, Batman fans. It's really stupid to me.
It's got a no-kill rule, okay?
It's got a no-kill rule, though. So it's well documented.
I mean, he breaks it constantly, but...
He said it in Dark Knight Rises.
That's true.
Forget they kill people after that. But
and also forget that it's a different movie with a different actor and different writers. And forget that. Different timeline.
Overall, I did enjoy the episode mostly because the action sequences were very cool and a lot of fun. But I'm a bit disappointed of how rushed it was. I get the feeling that Disney is going through a lot of growing pains with these earlier shows, and within a year or so of some of these annoying tropes will be fleshed out. Season as a whole has been an absolute blast and still probably my favorite Disney Plus show, closely followed by WandaVision, and I won't say it totally missed the landing at the end, but it certainly wobbled around. Sorry. Well, I saw robbed and I was like, wait a minute, that's a double.
Wait a minute.
Wobbled around. Been a ton of fun going through these episodes with everyone. Can't wait for the next show. I assume everyone. You assume,
yeah,
right?
buddy.
Here's a ranking. Goes Moon Knight, WandaVision, Loki, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Hawkeye. No mention of... he did it as well. Yeah. Number 99, What If?
Fair enough.
Leaving enough space just in case.
I'm surprised that you've put it at number 1, though.
That is a surprise.
One of the things as well...
Because WandaVision I felt like was quite perfect.
I thought WandaVision was very good.
Anyway,
I think especially if you're going to watch all the shows starting now, because they're all out now, I think WandaVision will go a lot higher for a lot of people because they didn't have to wait 2 weeks for those. A lot of people thought those first 2 episodes were quite slow. I thought they were great, but a lot of people felt it was slow. I get that. It's weird because I actually did enjoy this show.
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching it. It wasn't like it was 6 episodes of that one Loki episode that meant nothing, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, and Oscar Isaac's so good. He's so good. Just it shit the bed a bit at the end. I just feel like that ending was not very rushed, and like I thought the Jake reveal was odd, and the fact that we killed Ahmet meant that I don't know who our big bad's going to be. Maybe again, one of the guys that knows the comics, maybe they'll have an idea of who it would be. But I thought she was a pretty perfect villain. Thanos got 2 movies. Why didn't she get 2 seasons? You know?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I was about to say that's it, but surely we've got Discord.
We've got Discord comments to read, boys and girls.
I'm a stupid idiot. Over on Discord, Black Screen Bro number 1, Alpha Aquila.
By the way, there was 35 minutes of black screen at the end and beginning of last episode.
Just so you know, I was made very well aware. I open up my Discord like 30 ats. I'm like, what happened? What happened? And they're going from like live, like, bro, tell me this black screen's all the way through, right? Or like, people are asking.
The whole
for
episode is
someone
just
going
black.
like, did you? By the way, they're tagging either both of us or me. Like, did you forget to do this? I'm like, I didn't do it this time.
I'm sorry, the editing was my fault this time. Sorry about that.
I
The thing is,
assumed.
everyone loves
I
it.
assumed you
That's
did-
the problem.
It's weird, isn't it?
They're like, no, we demand more black
More
screen.
black screen. I think you did what I did, where you're like, okay, editing's done, hit render, but you didn't back out of the clip, so it just renders like whatever you're looking at.
It was the whole thing. It was just like black at the beginning, our beginning conversation before we start talking. Before
Oh
we
yeah,
get
it was
there.
almost totally
And it's
unedited,
like,
wasn't it?
Are you alright? Okay, let's get this going. What's it? And then
At
it's
least,
just black
at
the
least we
end.
didn't have to like redo the intro a couple of times. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes like if you mess up, let me do that again. We'll start.
Give it more
We'll
feeling.
take it from the
this time.
top. Yeah. Black Screen Bro number 1, aka Alpha Quillalala, says, "Hippo, hippo, 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 hippo. I will not see you for Kenobi."
The guy's missing out on great.
Dickhead math. Vitcrass says, "Well, it was a rushed episode. Even the final battle took like a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
5 episodes of build-up only to be resolved by a sudden blackout. It seems like they just used the third personality as a way to explain holes in the plot." Yeah.
Because how would he have killed Harrow?
Right.
Because it wouldn't have worked, by the way, if it would have been like, if Jake didn't kill Harrow at the end with the axe on his head and whatnot,
Yeah.
then he wouldn't have been able to kill Amir afterwards, or we wouldn't have been able to take that stance anyway to say, I can't kill Amir, I can't.
Right.
I just killed Arrow 5 seconds ago. You can't kill this god.
Unless it was on Khonshu's orders. If Khonshu's like, yo, I reckon these two dickheads are going to say no to it, and then I can not give them the suit powers and it will only be you.
I don't know.
I guess we'll find out. Maybe we'll get a flashback to that scene, which would be cool. Oh, and we don't know how to tie this together. Okay, this is their thoughts. We don't know how to tie this together. Well, we got this get out of jail free card, the blackout. I must say that hippo outfit for Layla with wings looks very nice. Impressive. Very nice.
Very nice.
Impressive. So now Marvel has their own Batman and a female Falcon. I think she's supposed to be...
I'm glad you saw it.
It seems like Khonshu didn't release Mark after all, if you consider the post-credit scenes, right? I thought I read that as piece of shit credit scene. I was like, what?
So what do you think about that? Do you think that it's like Khonshu didn't let them go? It's just that they are probably never going to summon the suit, and
Well, they think they don't have it, so they won't call for it.
yeah. I mean, it'll be interesting in season 2 if he ever gets hit by a car and then should die, but then he doesn't.
Doesn't Khonshu actually say at the end, Mark thought I wanted him, but that was never true.
Yeah.
Like, this is the guy that I want.
But the thing
So
is,
the question is, does the body have it, or does the soul-anality have it?
I think the body has it because Steve was able to summon
That's
it.
true.
And he didn't call you with Steve.
That's true. Maybe he just bluffed. He was like, yeah, cool, I'll take it away from you. And then
And he made a white light summon out of nowhere. And then
because he
that was
can
it.
do that. He's the god of like lights and the
He's the
night
god
sky.
he's the god of the sky and the moon and then everything. Come on now. Of course he could do that.
Yeah, I think they definitely have the suit
Yeah,
for sure.
I think so.
Where were we? It seems like Khonshu didn't release Mark after all, if you see the post-credit scene with Jake. I assume Mark and Stephen blacked out and Jake took over to kill Harrow. Also, apparently, there are rumours that Marvel themselves leaked some info that there will be a season 2. Overall, seems like the episode was a bit rushed and the final resolution was too easy. Just rebind Armor into an avatar form and the job is done. The ending basically loops everything back to the place where we started. Oh yeah, of course, because it's the bedroom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thoughts? ? P.S. Can't wait for that iconic trademark 10-minute black screen from you guys. WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier are still my top 2 shows.
Good stuff there, Vic. Good
Good
stuff there, Vic.
stuff.
I like your review. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Bossu says, very fun episode, though the blackout was unnecessary, but it ties in the show's concept. The fight between Khonshu and Amit was amazing, and I liked how Khonshu glitched white fighting. Did he glitch white? Maybe it was like a visual thing, I just didn't clock it.
Glitched white.
That's weird. I'll have to go back and check that out.
No, I didn't say that.
Layla became the dollar store Falcon. or Scarlet Scarab was something I was rooting for, and well, she embraced the hippo.
Finally, Jake.
Finally, Jake. Can't wait to rewatch the series as a whole. They ended the series on the day when the moon is in the shape like portrayed in the. Oh shit!
Oh,
That's true. It was a new moon last night. Yeah. On the moon's cool, yeah, which is cool. We'll put it up on the best Marvel shows shelf with Loki. Interesting.
All right.
Brefman says, fun episode, cool fight scene. Nice and concise.
Shall I read one, or do you want to go?
Yeah, you can take the next one.
Black Screen Bros 3.
You got him again! You got him again!
I didn't realize it was fucking Car.
I didn't look either. I was just like, oh, cool. Who's
I was
Black
like, you've
Screen
read out a
Bro
couple
3?
big ones now. I'm going to get back
and it's
into
Car
it.
again. That's genuinely totally unplanned. That's amazing.
How?
That's like 5 out of top 5 times now, yeah? That's crazy.
Black Screen Bro 3, which is Car 56. Welcome back to Black Screen Bro 3's review of Moon Knight, written live as I watch it. Before I start, I'd like to remind Eddie of the shout-out I was promised last week for guessing how long the black screen was. So he guessed while we was in the black screen premiere. I was like, how long is it going to be? And he guessed it to be like 35 minutes. And I was like, there you go.
That is a
so shout-out
significant
to him.
amount of black screen, isn't it?
Speaking of black screen, Eddie, you know the rules. You know the rules. Do as you've been told. Now on to Moon Knight.
What are the rules?
The rules are that we have to put a black screen, 1 out of 4 episodes every single time we upload now. It's the rules. We have to.
Okay, I think this needs to be hidden in there. Like, see if everybody's paying attention. You do it for like 5 seconds somewhere.
I also
on
love how
purpose.
they're like, we're going to destroy your analytics just for this joke. To be fair, I don't care. It's not our channel. I don't care.
That's right. Good point.
They tease me with the sarcophagus in the recap, but you can't trick me anymore. Jake probably doesn't even exist yet. Arrow being weird and mysterious as usual, so murderous as usual. The idiot gods are back, including the Constant. So is Mark, just trapped in the field? Apparently not. Steven's alive. I didn't mention this earlier, but why can the hippo talk through dead people? That's a good point, actually.
Yeah, fair enough.
Why does Armit get bigger when consuming souls? Are we going to get Power Rangers Megazord type thing?
Yeah, boy.
He's right there with us. Khonshu 2, I called it. When did he call it?
What did you call?
Holy fudgesicles. Steven and with the battens is just popping off. Arrow getting real personal with the fight talk. He talks about Layla's dad.
Yeah. He talks shit, doesn't he?
And also, Thermostat talks about Layla's dad as well.
Yeah. She's like, oh yeah, when I tell your dad, he's gonna be so happy.
But kind of a throwaway.
You know my dad. Yeah. He's hanging out with Riley right now. He's in the field of Riley Reed's.
He's
really happy.
He's really happy. The guy's had a constant smile for years.
But yeah, it's a throwaway, and it's like.
I thought it was going to be like a thing like, yeah, he was my ex-avatar. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go, boys. But
yeah. No, I just know your dad. And I've been watching him bang this field full of this porn star that grows from the ground.
That's what I thought, but no, it's not.
He's in some freaky shit, Layla.
It's like, man, did you know he really likes getting kicked in the... No, I'm not going to say it.
Oh, God. So stupid.
Oh, 20 internet points if you can guess what I was going to say there. Why does Army... Oh, so we saw that bit of getting arrows. Arrow's dead. Wait, no, he's alive. Wait, why are we back in the asylum? I'm so confused. Was it all a dream? Holy shit, Jake exists 100%. Oh my god. Brilliant show. 9 out of 10. Can't wait for Kenobi. My ranking of MCU Disney Plus shows is Hawkeye, Moon Knight, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision, Loki, What If, Laters Gators.
Laters Gators. I do love that Laters Gators.
Laters Gators. So British.
Dark Diogro says, what was the deal with the Psych Ward stuff? Yeah, seriously, can we freaking talk about this? Also, because at the end, right, when Mark and Steven are back there, they're talking to Harrow like, oh, maybe you don't know as much as you think. And then Harrow's like, hey, wait, why am I bleeding? But he was helping them.
It doesn't make any sense. We said it when the episode happened.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so why is he trying to convince himself that everything was not was not real.
Right.
That doesn't make the whole seeing your memories and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I get that bit, but the part where Harrow's trying to convince his own psyche that he's crazy doesn't make sense.
And also, he encourages them to talk to each other, which is the thing that solves all of their problems. So it's so freaking weird.
I don't get it.
Like, he's not Dr. Harrow is not a villain, as far as I can see.
Yeah, seems to be just a projection of his subconscious.
Maybe. I can't remember which comment it was, but someone said, I think maybe it's some external force trying to manipulate them all. Which
that
I
would have
could,
been
that
great.
I could see.
But the problem is that there's no evidence of that.
Right, maybe we'll learn about that next season. It'll be one of those things that we look back on. But I do feel like if you're going to do something like that, and you know it when you're doing it, you've got to give us a hint that maybe this is the case. Sorry, continuing from that, from about the psych ward. At first, I was thinking they baited us in episode 4 and 5, and they'd cut back to it at the end. But I was happy that it was all... They would cut back to it at the end, and I was happy that it was all in his head. Then Harrow's in the psych ward and dies. So what was that all about? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm bare confused. Did Osiris resurrect Mark? What for? Why?
Literally, like he just chose. Like, I'm gonna resurrect.
Just because he's got plot armor. We need him.
Because I like these guys. They're cool.
Right.
They're cool.
This is the most entertaining shit I've seen in 1,000 years. Classic Harrow fighting the gods, and the show just cuts away. Stupid gods. Right. Got to save that budget. Layla being an avatar just gave me CW vibes with how everyone near the main character has to get powers. Maybe it's comic accurate, but I just didn't vibe with it. Also gave me Wonder Woman vibes with the look and the wings. Yeah, we're all feeling that. The Jake Blackout showing Harrow dead. Okay, he wasn't dead, but it certainly seemed like that. Was fucking hilarious to me. I just wish Layla would have freaked out a bit. Like she's seen Mark fight a bunch. Knows he's like a mercenary type. Hasn't seen this before. Like
Suddenly just turned into a fucking
like Mark, you just punched
psychopath killer.
your hand through someone's chest and ripped out their heart. What the fuck, bro?
Whoa!
Right.
You're lucky blood doesn't stick to that suit.
right. The dry cleaning alone.
Yeah.
The fights are actually good, although there are moments where it looked like they were going to show them in reflections of screens, but never did it. What was that? I don't know.
Huh.
I
didn't notice that.
I didn't notice that. It's just mad that all this stuff happened in Egypt in real life with two giant fucking gods ducking out in front of the pyramid. So, in fairness, I was thinking that, but no one can see the gods in it, except the avatars.
They just see parts of the pyramids flying off from where they hit each other.
Right.
What the fuck is going on over there?
Right. Jake reveal was cool. Not sure how I feel about Khonshu controlling him. Yes, they explain that gods can do that to their avatars and explains the blackouts in episode 1 and 3, but I don't know if I like that explanation. No clue where I'd rank it in the MCU Disney Plus shows. So I don't think Khonshu controls him.
Yeah, I think he's just
I didn't
he
get
wants
that
to
vibe.
murder people.
Yeah, I didn't get
And
that
he's
vibe.
exploiting that.
Yeah, he wants to kill the people that attack the Travelers of the Night or whatever that
Yeah,
thing was.
like nurses and stuff like that.
Right, NHS workers. Yeah.
Exactly. Blackout Screen Bro 2, who is T. They've got a whole group, by the way.
Oh my god.
Fuckers. It was okay. It was okay. Would have loved it if we saw Jake killing those people, not just another blackout. Also, it was weird that Jake speaks Spanish. It was Spanish, okay. Kind of funny, after I finished the episode, I watched a new episode of Superman and Lois and Black Screen True Cinema, which was actually better than the whole Moon Knight TV show saying.
Ooh.
Both of them.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Also, new animated Green Lantern movie trailer dropped, proving DC is better than Marvel. Well, we've known that as a fact for a while. Side note, Anubis is trapped in the statue. That's why Hippo Jake was in charge of Duat.
Oh.
I guess.
That makes sense.
Also, Mario, no one... This is an edit afterwards. Also, Mario, no one was the gods fighting... Also, no one was the gods fighting because they were literally fucking dead. We don't know what that is until we read Mario's
I don't know what
comment.
you're talking about. That
Yeah.
sounds like you were in the middle of like snorting crack and having a stroke.
Go on.
Christian, our bro, says, terrible show. Just pointless. Hippo out of 10. And then Mario said, this comment annoys me, so here we go.
Talk about Diogo's comment.
Yeah. The psych ward is all in Mark's head. The psych ward at the end is real. Obviously, bruv. Silly Billy. And is just there to fuck with us, thinking it's another fake thing when Harrow was actually sent to a psych ward and then gets killed by Jake. Osiris didn't resurrect Mark. He tried to stop him at the end by flowing the sands, but Hippo Lady blocked it. Maybe.
There's one thing actually I want to say just before you say that.
Who opened the gates? Those doors?
Osiris did. That has to be Osiris.
Right, because he controls...
And also, Thawat says...
Thermostat said what?
Says, Osiris, you old softy. Because,
Yeah.
And in the previous episode, they were saying Osiris could... we can go to Osiris's gate, but only if he lets you pass it. Same thing will happen. So it wasn't... But also, going back to the top here, where it says... the psych ward at the end was real and was just there to fuck with us. The thing is, just before we get to that end part...
We have the fake psych ward.
We have the fake one. And why was the fake one there? Because it's not like Mark was dying again. And
right, and there's nothing's resolved.
In it. And what's the significance of the blood on the feet? And why does the subconscious Harrow notice that?
We didn't get shown the red sarcophagus again.
That's the confusion. It's so weird.
Can't really say much about the blacking it out or CW thing, as that's your opinion. The people couldn't see the two giant fucking ghosts during, I think that's duking it out. Only Harrow, Mark, Layla, and the rest of Amit's followers. Khonshu isn't controlling Jake. Jakey is working with Khonshu. The blackouts were still Jake, but Khonshu isn't the one who releases him. And then the emojis are Shep slap, and then Jake, and then hippos. Ash says, get owned, Lamau, with a gif. I think it's just people replying to each other now.
I think they are. Just typing a mini additional comment here to show my solidarity with Black Screen Bro 1. So 2 and 3 right there.
And then look below at Black Screen. I stand with you, Black Screen. Sage says,
yes,
it was rushed, but I still enjoyed it. Layla as the Scarlet Scarab kind of came out of nowhere. Hope they improve her for season 2. Khonshu mad, he said he'd free both of them, but not Jake. Hope he gets costume as well. Speaking of drip, Khonshu in that limo though.
Woo!
Yeah, Khonshu was looking good. I agree. I want Jake to have his own costume, and for it to look different. And I also agree that he is being a malicious compliance. Free us both. Okay.
No problem.
Right.
There was one thing. I don't know if this is his outfit, and it seems a bit shit to be his outfit, but in the credits, the first credits before the post-credit scene.
The first credits before the post-credit scene.
One of those ones. They were showing like all the imagery from the show and stuff like that. They were showing a lot of things in threes.
Yeah.
They were showing like Mark's face in 3 dimensions.
Yes.
And then they show one thing. They show bandages in sort of like with like the eyes exposed and the mouth exposed, sort of like wrapping around, and then it goes black, and then it comes back, and it's the Moon Knight Mark outfit, and then it goes black and comes back, and it's Steven's outfit. So maybe the bandage sort of mummy look is gonna be Jake.
Yeah, I could see that. That would be cool.
Maybe, but obviously we don't know. It's just a thought though.
Giuseppe says, to be honest, it was a good episode. At the beginning of the episode, they showed again that red sarcophagus. Well, that was like a recap though, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
I might have to rewatch that again. And I was like, now we'll see the third guy. And at the ending post-credit scene was Chef Kiss. If they do a second season, I would love to see more of that Jake character. Yeah, the hippo would be cool to see.
Hippo would be cool to see. And then there's a bunch of black screens. Black screen of iPad.
Spoiler tagged it.
Yeah, he spoiler tagged it. Doesn't want to spoil last episode,
Cryptic says, all I'm saying is, why the fuck is Jake Spanish and not having a New York accent? Also, why isn't he a hippo? Can he shapeshift?
Our shit has penetrated.
God damn it.
This is going to get back to Marvel. Like, why does everyone think Jake is a hippo?
Also, definitely the best Disney Plus show yet. And then Vic Crest said, recording, question mark? Yes.
Yep.
Yes, we are.
That's right.
Well, we're done now, bruv.
Yeah, 3 hours later.
Yeah, right.
All right, guys. Thank you all for joining us for this episode of Streamcast. We will join you. There'll be probably the day after Kenobi airs, the first one, which will be a 2-part episode. This is the big first one, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, that'll be happening. We'll join us for Kenobi when that happens.
Don't forget to drop in the comments below. I'm at Smash or Pass.
Yes, we do need to know that. Very important.
It's important for science data.
Data purposes, exactly. And we'll catch you guys all in the next one. All right, guys. Thank you so much, bro. See ya. I thought I was going to hit the camera and break it.
Imagine on the last day, just smash the lens.
No, we've destroyed our camera.